Will Carnival's XL ships do shorter sailings? P&O Cruises is no more, and Disney Cruise Line has had guests on its new private island for the first time. Find out all about that news next. Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and this is this week's cruise news. Just before I get into the news, 89% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. If you go down and press the subscribe button, it'd be very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. Now let's get into the news. One of the cruise ambassadors high up in the Carnival Corporation was asked if the Carnival Mardi Gras, Carnival Celebration and Carnival Jubilee, the big ships with the roller coasters on, will do shorter sailings, especially now with you got Utopia coming out, which is doing 3 to 4 sailings, and bigger ships are starting to do shorter sailings. With Allura, he's also going out of Miami doing 3 to 4 night sailings, which one of them I am on. So it was an interesting answer, and his answer was flat out no. So you will not be seeing. I was kind of looking. I was like, oh, maybe that might, to get to do it. But he says you can hardly enjoy the ship in 7 days, let alone 3 or 4. So they don't see the point. They say to experience the whole ship, you'll have to take a whole week vacation, which is what I kind of get at. Where Royal Caribbean are trying to, with Utopia of the Seas, are trying to say it's a weekend getaway. Maybe people will come back a few times to do the whole ship. So yeah, I get what he's saying, that there's so much to do. When I was on, when I'm doing Lord of the Seas after its refurb, and I'm like, well, obviously I'm gonna do stuff that people don't normally do, which is like film the ship and stuff. But will I have time to do everything in those 4 days? Probably not. Will people on Utopia on the 3-night sailing get to do everything they want to do? Definitely not. There's more shows than days, so I kind of get what they're going at. So yeah, the Carnival big ships, the XL class, will not be doing any shorter sailings anytime soon. You know, these competitive markets can change very quickly. If they see Utopia doing really well and booking out, then they might bring one of the ships in. But at the moment, no, they have said they are not going to do shorter sailings for those type of ships. P&O Cruises is no more. Well, that's kind of a version of P&O Cruises. P&O Cruises Australia. I see how many people just read the title and see in the comments saying that's not true. So yeah, P&O Australia will not be a thing anymore. They are going to be absorbed into Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line will be taking along 2 of their ships out of 3. The ships are, I'm not really familiar with it, so I will say the thing. So they are taking Pacific Adventure and Pacific Encounter. I'm not good at this. But then Pacific Explorer, their 3rd ship that has been around for 27 years, is either going to be scrapped or sold. They're not taking that one, or they have not announced they're taking it yet. Maybe the plans might change, but at the moment they're taking those 2 ships confirmed. That one is to be sold or scrapped. So yeah, P&O Cruise Australia will not be a thing anymore. I think they're basically just going to rebrand those 2 ships to Carnival Cruise Line and then just leave them in Australia. I think that's generally what they're going to do. I don't see why they would do anything else. Yeah, I did watch the quick Facebook video on this of the news story when it did break, and some people were disappointed. Like I said, the cruise line really doesn't have any interest to me. It's P&O Cruise Australia. I probably would have never, ever thought about even going on a P&O Cruise Australia. I have no idea about the ships. Doesn't affect. I don't know how many. They might just switch over the sailings to Carnival Cruise Line. Like I said, I think they would leave them there because if P&O Australia was doing well, obviously it's not doing that well, but then just changes the Carnival name, and then they don't have to stick all these other. Then they can just send. Obviously, they're sending Carnival. I've seen bookings. Carnival begins with L over there, so then they can just send more of the same stuff instead of trying to pay and brand P&O Australia stuff. And it will just be Carnival stuff. And it probably is way more easier than having a whole separate cruise brand. So yeah, it's that's very interesting. I've not seen a cruise line be absorbed before. But yeah, we'll see. They said they're going to be, those 2 ships are going to be converted within a year to Carnival. Does that mean they're going to take them out of service? Or they're just going to slowly just paint over the P&O Australia and change it to red? I have no idea. We will see over the next time when they do announce what they're doing with the ships. I will tell you in the news when it does break. Another port has set a limit to how many passengers can get off per day. This kind of goes in with the Palma de Mallorca thing I said last week, but this is now Alaska. So Julian, Alaska, I hope I said that right, haven't, but this is the capital city of the last frontier state and major cruise port. I've not heard of it, but this place in Alaska has set a daily limit of 16,000 cruise ship passengers allowed to disembark in destinations from Sunday to Friday, and a 12,000 cap on Saturday, effective immediately. So that, I don't know if that's a limit of how many people can get off. So obviously if they've already got ships booked in, and it's more. I don't know how big the actual port is. I haven't done that much research on the port, but it's there's a picture here. So here there's 3 ships. There is 3 ships in the picture. Is that the first 12,000 or 16,000? The first 16,000 get off, and then the other people miss that port. I don't really know. Not necessarily everyone gets off, but it'd be interesting to see. Or do they just limit? They book to 16,000 people to see. Really interesting that Alaska has done that, or this port in Alaska has done that to stop all the tourism. It'd be interesting to see, because I know that lots of these tourism things is about the locals, but then some of the locals do all the short excursions, so is it not affecting them? So it's a weird one, because like with the Palma de Mallorca one, which was going on last week, when they limit cruise lines, especially when they say they want to go to medium to small, yet they have an Oasis Cross there every single week, full of Americans that want to see the cathedral, that want to see all the old stuff, and it's very well. But because it actually really amazed me that 50% from Royal Caribbean's people that cruise in Europe are American. That did quite surprise me. And then when I saw on 70 Apex that there was a lot of Americans, it was just because there's just to have so many people travel over here. It was more not that they're here. They're just saying that they're being on the ship and consistently like 50% for the whole season is quite crazy. They want to go off. They want to go to the cathedral. They want to spend money, and then obviously you're going to be limiting them and limiting the people in the ports. Because the guy who we did our short excursion with in Palma de Mallorca said literally this is his only source of income, and he basically does like tours every single day between like May and October, and then doesn't work the rest of the year. But then limiting the ships limits the amount of people that get to go there, limits the amount of tours he does. It's kind of a thing to think about, that all these ports are putting in limits of cruise ships, but then are they affecting, obviously, people are complaining about it, and they don't want the ships there, like some of the locals, but then some of the locals capitalise on it. So it's a really weird one if you're trying to get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's interesting to see how many more ports do this over the world. Disney Cruise Line has opened their second private island in the Bahamas that ships will go to. So they have the one that they go to now, and then they have this lighthouse point they've just opened. They spent £250 million on it, and the ship has arrived on June 10th to for the first time. I think it was Disney Fantasy. I have seen a picture of it. As much as it looks nice, that is one hell of a walk. So walk from the ship to the land. That is gigantic. Like port, like run thing onto the ocean. Like that's huge. That is a long walk. That's got to be a good like 3-4 minute walk before you even hit the land. So that's really interesting. So basically they said there's some water features. The Disney characters are going to be in like colourful Bahamian like things. And yeah, it would be interesting to see. There's not. I was trying to find some actual pictures of stuff going on, but it's only just bloggers and vloggers there, and they've not really posted much yet. It's literally June 10th. So they literally arrived today, so there's not many pictures. But yeah, it does look really cool, and yeah, ships will be going there every week from now. So yeah, we'll see lots of pictures all over social media if you follow Disney Cruise Line on their Instagram. That is all the news I've got for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. It's very much appreciated. If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. Thank you to our members, Cruising for One and my dad is very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. If you want to find out all about the ship-based crew, link in the description below. Definitely go and check that out. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter, so links in the description below to go and follow me on those platforms. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shipfaced here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.